So she's going to speak on Argentina's black genocide. Argentina is a Spanish-speaking country, like Colombia, Puerto Rico.
The country who seems to have been the most successful in whitewashing its population, history, and culture in Central and South America is Argentina, often referred to as the whitest country in South America. The land that Argentina lies on was subject to the same Spanish imperial ritual of destroying the land, murdering those opposed, converting the indigenous people, and enslaving African people. That being said, by the late 1700s, nearly 50% of the population on the land were black, with 30 to 40% of Buenos Aires being black or mixed race. Knowing that fact is very disturbing because today, 96% of Argentina's population is white. So then the question is, where did all the black people go? Well, to put things into perspective, Argentina's former president, Domingo Faustino Sarmiento, wrote in his diary in 1848, "In the United States, 4 million are black, and within 20 years will be 8 million. What is to be done with such blacks? Hated by the white race. Slavery is a parasite that the vegetation of English colonization has left attached to the leafy tree of freedom being Argentina." During Sarmiento's 6-year presidency, he prevented the black community from having any access to decent infrastructure and healthcare, resulting in thousands of deaths from viral outbreaks. He led the mass incarceration of black men, which resulted in thousands of deaths from malnourishment. Any black man who wasn't in prison was forced to fight in the Paraguayan War of 1864, a war the Argentinian government knew they would not win, sending thousands of black men to their deaths. These events make up the strategic and secret genocide that had wiped out the black population, so much so that by 1875, the government did not register African descendants in the national consensus. So in the span of about 20 years, hundreds of thousands of black people living in Argentina either migrated out of the country or were murdered. And nobody talks about it. Now, there's so much more that could be said about Argentina's complicit culture today, but I'm happy we're having these conversations now. And if you're wondering how things are in Argentina today, I'll leave you with this quote from former President Carlos Menem. "In Argentina, blacks do not exist. That is a Brazilian problem." And if you didn't know, Argentina recently won the FIFA World Cup. So I feel like it's a perfect time to maybe start talking about reparations.